For more, though, we want to bring in Dr. James Mitchell, developed the CIA's enhanced interrogation program. Doctor, great to have you with us. So these raids are going on, as you can see. We can pull it up on our screen here. As we just were told, 12 people have been arrested, taken into custody. These raids are ongoing. Potentially, they're going to find many more people there. Walk us through what they're doing, where they even begin in their search.
Well, I'm sure that what they did is they looked at the pocket litter that the people had on them when they were, the ones they had shot after the attack. And then they looked at the CCTV coverage to identify who else might have been involved. And then they undoubtedly got into their social media and into their contacts, tried to build up a map of the links between them and other people in the community. And my guess would be that they're in the process of following those leads and questioning the people that they've picked up and developing new leads. But let me tell you, I think we're working on the wrong end of that pipeline. We have to do these things. We have to take measures to protect ourselves. But we're playing whack-a-mole, at least in the UK, because what they've done is they've allowed this to happen. I heard the Prime Minister say one of the things we need to do is teach Western values. The odds are pretty good that those people that pulled off that attack were born and raised in the UK. If you grow up there and you go to public school there and yet you don't understand Western values, there's something terribly wrong with their school system or the Muslim community in which those people live.
Yeah, that's a great point. But Dr. Mitchell, as you know, we've seen these people being watched before. These stories seem all too common, where the FBI knew about these guys, they were watching them, or the British intelligence had been watching these guys. And the question is, if they're watching them, how does this happen?
Well, it happens because thankfully we have religious freedom. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the mastermind behind 9/11, said in essence that political correctness and our freedoms were weapons that Allah has provided so that we could be defeated. His belief was that you could infiltrate the country and through immigration and set up most of the support structure that you would need to pull off these kinds of terror attacks from within without ever violating any laws. Remember, ideas are not crimes and thoughts are not crimes. And so at some point we need to do a better job of not just monitoring and infiltrating those kinds of places where we spread Islam, but thinking through at what point on the expression of religious activities does that cross over into criminal activity, and then take steps to stop that.
Dr. Mitchell, our enemies always look at our reaction as well to see whether we will be strong or weak. President Trump reacted quickly to this attack, tweeting this. He said, "We need to be smart, vigilant, and tough. We need the courts to give us back our rights. We need the travel ban as an extra level of safety." He also went on to say we cannot have political correctness. Our enemy, you understand our enemies because you've interrogated them. Well, how do they view us? And what type of reaction do we need to be having? Is it teddy bears and vigils, or is it kind of resolve that they don't think we have?
Well, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed again told me that he doesn't think that they're going to win because we do not have the moral resolve or will to do what must be done while they embrace violence and love death more than life. So the essence of what he tried to communicate to me so that I could understand what motivated them is that they care more about winning than we do. He told me that you may not be in a religious war with me, but I am in a religious war with you, as I will win because you will not admit that. And so part of the problem that we have with political correctness is that we do not recognize that the seeds of the radicalization that's occurring that promotes this violence, we are importing. I had an opportunity to talk with senior level terrorists who had been radicalized, who weren't born that way, didn't grow up in the camps. And one of the things they made clear to me was that early exposure to Wahhabi Islam made it easier to be radicalized and to adopt violence than exposure to other kinds of religious beliefs. And there are two factors that make that more likely to occur. One is this notion that they have been given a holy mandate to conquer the world, to impose Sharia law on everyone. I asked Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, how come if this is the religion of peace, you guys are always killing people? And he told me it is the religion of peace. You think about peace with an American point of view. In my religion, peace will exist on this planet when everyone has either been converted to Islam, subjugated, living as a second-class citizen, enslaved, or slaughtered. So Islam, the way I practice it, spreads peace in the world. We need to realize that that's what they mean and try to stop the initial spread of that ideology.
Well said, Dr. James Missel.